I have some very important news to share. I'm talking about the explosive power of getting wealthy in just a few years without risk and hard work. For decades, people have been taught the same paths to wealth: buy real estate, invest in stocks, save diligently, or start a business. And to be clear, those methods do work. They have created many millionaires and financial security for generations. But what most people don't talk about is how hard those paths really are. Buying real estate sounds like a good idea until you factor in property taxes, insurance, repairs, utilities, vacancies, problem tenants, legal exposure, and constant management. What begins as an investment often turns into a second job. Stocks can grow, but they are speculative. Markets swing, companies fail, and even solid investments can underperform for years. Savings accounts feel safe, but inflation quietly erodes purchasing power. And starting a business? It can be life-changing, but it's also one of the most demanding, risky paths imaginable. Now, some entrepreneurs succeed financially but pay for it with stress, lawsuits, burnout, or time away from family. Traditional wealth systems reward effort, but they demand work, patience, and tolerance for an uncertain future. So, here's the crucial question that smart money is asking now. What if there were a way to own assets without the labor, hassle, and constant risk? That question is driving one of the biggest financial shifts of our lifetime. Today, real-world assets are things like buildings, business operations, revenue streams, and commodities that are being digitized and tokenized. That means they're broken into digital units that live securely on the blockchain. In simple language, we can now own pieces of real estate, stock, businesses, and even gold, legally and without all the trouble of direct ownership. If you own the digital assets of a real-world commodity, you earn the profits without the work, hassles, or liabilities of direct ownership. Today, we are in the early stages of the digital asset economy, and this will become one of the greatest concepts in the history of any economy. Why? Well, the infrastructure is being built right now that you do not have to pay for. The opportunities are forming like runners at the starting line, and the public hasn't fully caught on yet. And that is exactly when extraordinary wealth is created, my friend. At the beginning, not the end. This is a moment in time that will never happen again. So, here's the final question. Years from now, people will say, I wish I had understood the concept of digital assets sooner. Like Bitcoin, those early pioneers became mega rich by seeing into the future and taking a reasonable gamble. The question is, will that be you regretting your indecision, or will you be one of the early owners who saw the next boom market forming and stepped in before the crowd? Because the biggest wealth transfers don't happen when everyone agrees. That mega benefit happens when a few enterprising people act early. They get rich, while the rest are forced to work a second job to pay their bills. And this may be one of those moments. Our professional team studies the market to find the very best, low-cost digital assets to buy. We know that some promises are pretty thin, so we look for the best of the best with the ability to create greater wealth with each new digital asset. To get started, we will discuss a company called Bellator that is building a payment system used by stores, businesses, gaming systems, and more. We buy our first digital assets, called nodes, used by the blockchain payment system that pays us good money daily. I won't say how much yet, because you need to hear why this one digital asset alone can create thousands of dollars monthly and grow in value by 100 times. I will be hosting a live Zoom meeting each Monday night to explain the power of digital assets. Everything is free and no subscription is required. I am an educator, not a salesman, and it is my heart's desire to help those who want to be helped and not hurt by some empty scheme. So, if you want to learn how to grow your wealth one easy step at a time, please join me on Monday night by following the request link below, or contact the person who shared this video with you. The commitment is small, but the rewards can be far beyond your expectations.